Trump went on Meet the Press. I have a take you're going to want to hear. But first we have to talk about what he said. Imagine how MAGA Republicans would have responded if President Obama had said the Constitution was too difficult to follow, so he just didn't want to do it. Because that's what Trump just did.
Your Secretary of State says everyone who's here, citizens and non-citizens, deserve due process. Fifth Amendment says
I don't know. It might say that, but if you're talking about that, then we'd have to have 1 million or 2 million or 3 million trials.
Since this is so difficult for Donald, let's just read it. Fifth Amendment protects us from a lot of stuff, but it says no person shall, and it lists a bunch of rights. Here's the important part. Nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Considering this was written at a time when we talked about removing people's limbs, this amendment is remarkably clear. It's also worth noting that the only reason Trump is even president is because of due process. I didn't like how that due process played out, but imagine if Joe Biden had just said, everyone who attacked the Capitol on January 6th, up to and including its leader, committed treason, and we're going to send them all to El Salvador, because it would just take too long to process 3,000 people. But this is Trump's approach to everything, and here's the take you need to hear. I watched him on Meet the Press, and he's failing. But he's a shithead shyster showboat salesman. He's not going to say it. He pays people to lie about how many golf tournaments he's won. To recognize his failures, you have to look at his body language and his actions. Passing legislation is too difficult, so he uses executive orders instead. Finding talented people to work for him is too difficult, so he picks TV personalities and people with cool nicknames instead. Global economics are too difficult, so he just uses import taxes instead. Attracting women is too difficult, so he just grabs them instead. It's almost like no one has told Donald one of the most important rules in life. Hard things are hard, and Donald is nothing if not soft.